I prayed for this and it happened.
World history is plagued with countless examples of prideful, scorched earth battles simply waged with the motivation, an eye for an eye. Mahatma Gandhi once said, "An eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind." You run the risk of losing yourself, becoming what you hate. You'll get caught in a never-ending cycle of rage, hate, and violence. But Mahatma Gandhi never worked in the wrestling business, brother. Just call me Matt Murdock, because I love me some blind justice. When CM Punk returned to the WWE last November, there was a great cloud of uncertainty that initially rippled throughout the wrestling world. Would he blow it all up again? Would this all go down in flames? Was this tortured artist primed to self-implode yet again? From the very first night, it was clear that his return was intended to be a heat magnet for conversation. And as Punk was slotted into the Raw roster, WWE began sowing the seeds of Punk's disingenuous nature. Within my headcanon, with some evidence, was that Punk vs. Rollins had old Lockport Phillip slotted as a heel. And unfortunately, his tricep exploded. And that was the end of that. You know how they say the Lord works in mysterious ways? Clearly, he's a big fan of Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre went to the Eddie Brock school of praying for your enemy's downfall, and he gave grace to the Lord by writing Punk off of television. Before long, Drew abused the Lord's favor, indulging heavily in the sin of pride. God sort of left the chat after WrestleMania, and now we just have two sinners going scorched earth in their never-ending cycle of vengeance. From Punk costing Drew opportunities, Drew cutting increasingly unhinged promos, and returning us to the realm of the supernatural by trapping Punk into a no-clip, backrooms dimensional pocket of time and space within WWE's Stanford headquarters. The spring chapter of this feud yielded a hell of a lot.
And I got locked inside a bathroom while I was changing out of my suit. Nice suit, by the way, DanielGeorge.com. He's in Chicago.
But as the summer started, we firmly returned to the realm of the living. And by that, I mean Drew became determined to remove CM Punk from this earth. Reason being, Lockport Philly had once again decided to collaborate with officials to put Drew through yet another humiliation ritual in Glasgow, of all places. Fucking bastard. Yeah, I'm no journalist. I ain't objective. Team Drew. Okay? As part of a running theme within WWE recently, in which Raw superstars attempt to unalive each other, Drew decided it would be a good idea to use the June 21st edition of SmackDown to remove CM Punk from this physical plane of existence. Don't care. Still Team Drew. He had it coming. Fuck CM Punk. Simple as. But then, on Raw, Drew decided to do the unthinkable.
This bears the name of your wife and your stupid-looking dog, Larry.
Nope. Too far. Line crossed. Was with you till here, Drew. But you come near a man's dog, you're asking for that man to commit terms of service violations, okay? I may have my own parasocial feud with CM Punk going on. I can't decide if the guy is redeemed or a lol cow. But damn it, Larry is civilian fire. Even in the heat of battle, Kenny Omega spared that little rat dog mutant, okay? All conventions of honorable war stand firmly against this kind of behavior.
I was able to create a peaceful environment for the most important person in that altercation, and that was Larry. And I swear to God, honestly, that was my biggest, and yeah, it sounds funny, but like, to get little Larry out of there was the most important thing to me, and that was the success.
The latest stage of this never-ending scorched earth campaign of war even has the Money in the Bank stipulation going down on the line of fire. And we're not even close to done. Something remarkable about this feud is that they haven't had a single match together. This may be the first instance I can recall where the best feud of the year has been almost completely on the microphone. And listen, I believe you can tell stories purely in the ring. I don't deny that. But the wrestling ring and the ropes that enclose it are just one medium of storytelling in the genre of televised pro wrestling. And something fans don't always like to admit, myself included, is that the match is only ever really a draw when the people are invested in its participants. Yes, I can sit and I can enjoy myself watching Daniel Bryan Danielson, go the distance in a work rate classic without knowing anything about why the match is happening. That's me. And I am but one man. I am not the majority of the wrestling fandom. The best of wrestling requires a synthesis of in-ring action, promos, and story. I don't think it's a question really of what's more important. They each can't exist without the other. And if you look at this feud, you have in-ring matches of consequence, even though they're not going against each other, that directly, clearly enforce the themes and the goal of the feud. Promos directly between these two guys that clearly establish their motivations, character traits, and reason for hating each other. And a story and overall plot that influences events on the program and keeps the audience invested. All three factors are present, and all three factors are Kino! And one of the most important things that takes a run-of-the-mill feud to the realm of Kino is audience investment. A few days ago, I posted on my community tab in response to the events of Money in the Bank, is CM Punk the heel now? There were those that posed the theory that we were in the midst of a double turn. That Drew was in the right. Punk's a lol cow, remember? He's a disingenuous bastard who can't ever surrender the last word. There were others that screamed from the heavens, are you insane? Drew is a madman, a Scottish psychopath who took Punk out. He cost him the main event of WrestleMania. He went after the man's dog. The truest forms of cinema have people asking these kinds of questions. And this war ain't over. So there's plenty more questions that will soon arise. So, Kino crew, whatever you do, whatever TOS-friendly battles that you find yourself in, just keep it Kino. 'Cause life is cinema.